The Sports County Report with Lieber King, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group in Gonzales.
Creed and Creed Law Firm, serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. Here's your host, Lieber King.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Coach Adrian Burnette.
How you doing,
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man.
Came up from BR. Want to walk with you naturally, go through your facilities, man.
Okay, all right.
And while we're walking, Tulane, man, tell everybody in the state about that are not from New Orleans, not from Bastrop. Mm-hmm. You played at Tulane. You were a pretty good receiver, went to Bastrop High School.
Yeah. Man, it was during that time, man. It was a heck of a time. I had an opportunity to play for Coach Rich Rodriguez, who was the offensive coordinator there at the time. He was a head coach at ULM not too long ago. And I was in the transition of going from an option-style football team to spread. Yeah, so we had a couple guys come in, and we really changed it around, man. Had an opportunity to catch some balls, set some records. So, man, it was a good deal for me.
Now you got a player at Tulane from Franklin Parish High School.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty cool to have one of your players already there.
Oh, most definitely.
And
man.
a wide receiver.
And a wide receiver. He plays wide receiver and defensive back, which means he's probably a little more athletic than I was, but he's a heck of a player.
Not much, though.
Right.
You want to go in the gym?
Yeah, sure. Come on.
I say the gym, weight room.
Javion White is his name, and man, he was a great player here and did some fantastic things here, and he just kind of set the stage. This is our weight room. We're trying to do a good job as far as keeping up with some of the bigger name schools, the Rustons, the Western Roads, the Nevilles, and just trying to build everything. Everything starts with the weight room. This is the foundation of all football teams. This is where we do a good job of getting bigger, stronger, faster. Coach Dustin Bearfield is our strength and conditioning coach, and he does a heck of a job, putting on weight with these guys. We have our protein bar where we have our shakes and other things and our creatine, and we just try to do different things to help build these kids up and make this program better.
Adrian, who was your quarterback at Tulane back in the day? Was it JP?
Well, JP came at the end. It started off as Sean King.
Yes.
Sean King was there because that's when we went 12-0.
Ramsey?
But Patrick Ramsey. And Patrick Ramsey is honestly the reason I went to Tulane from Ruston. Yeah, we talked a couple of times prior to. We had some of the same schools that was interested in us. And I just kind of put it on him, man. Wherever you go, I'll go.
Kind of made it the class.
Yeah, he promised he was going to throw me the ball, so I had to go.
This is a nice weight room. When you were at Bastrop with Brad Bradshaw, what did y'all? This has changed with every school now, right?
Right.
People didn't have. You might have had 5 weight rooms in the state that even looked like this 20 years ago.
Right. And I'll tell you another thing, man. With myself coaching high school football, both up north and down south, I don't take this type of stuff for granted either, man. We have some of the top facilities in the state across the board in Northeast Louisiana. Even at Bastrop, we kind of started off with something small, and it just kind of built up.
Yeah.
And I think this facility has been here roughly maybe like 9-10 years. And
fairly new.
Yeah, the next thing we're trying to go after is some turf, man. If we can get some turf, we'll be all right.
You want to go run up on your coaches real quick?
Yeah.
Unplanned?
Well,
I know they're working right now.
I hope they're watching film. That's what I
want to do a peek? We'll peek in with them real quick.
Peek in and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. I guess. Okay. Oh yeah, they doing a little work up in here. Behind the screen over there is my defensive coordinator. Right across the screen over there is my defensive coordinator, Mr. Greg Boxley. Right here is our defensive line coach, Coach Collins. And Coach Cedric Sherrod is our assistant head coach and offensive coordinator.
Y'all watching some serious film over here, guys. Who's in green? This was us last year.
Yes. So kind of what we do during the off season prior to actually getting to the schedule, we try to pick different games throughout the different weeks.
Yeah.
And just kind of do a self breakdown and also get prepared for whomever the next season, because this is a district game.
I think a TJ Hullaby, that player for them, DB receiver.
Yeah.
He was. We just did a story on TJ. He was a junior last year. That's him there, I think.
Probably so, yeah.
And Harry Coleman.
5,
Harry Coleman had his cousin on the team last year.
Now that's who that was, number 5. Yeah,
he was. Kid. He was good.
He was real good kid. Played offense and defense.
People don't realize the talent you play, and they don't even talk about the Peabodys. I mean, they talk about it in basketball, but when you get on the field and you see the players they got. They're 290 pounds with an OD line, a lot of their players, and they got tall, skilled guys.
A lot of those kids are really good athletes, man. They got good athletes going through the whole school. You know, they have changed their coaching staff in football, and he's doing a great job. And, you know, in another year or two, I can really see him completely turning their program around.
Appreciate you guys letting us come in here and film, and good luck this year, guys. You got your locker room over here, huh, Coach?
Yeah.
I like that sign. It's not about me.
Well, you know, and that's another thing that we're trying to do a better job of, as far as you know, putting up different things throughout the building that talks to the kids of what needs to kind of happen, what needs to do. And that's one of the mantras we talk about. It's not about me.
Yeah.
You know, we're a team up in here. Everybody has a job to do. Whatever opportunity you have to do something for your brother, the man next to you, and that tend to make you work a little harder.
Not a bad locker room, Coach.
No, look, trust and believe, man.
Not a bad one.
I've been in some.
You didn't have this at Bastrop, did you?
No, not originally.
Yeah.
Now the facility that they have at Bastrop is light years away from the one that I played in, and again, you know, this locker room is a lot better than some that I've been in even as a coach. So it's nothing to sneeze at, man. As a district, we have done a good job with the facilities and just trying to still build them up, man.
You want to go see the field real quick? I know it's too hot to stay out there.
No, it's cool. Matter of fact, we
come out here?
Yeah, we can go through this little side door right here, man.
I got to ask you a question, Coach.
Right. No, we don't have turf yet. I'm still working on the turf.
Out of all the Bastrop greats, I know a lot of people, you know, everybody has their favorite player.
Okay.
Out of D. Benton, Reuben Randall, Talent Sawyer, you, Randall Mackey, who you think's the greatest high school football player to ever play at Bastrop?
The greatest high school player to ever play
you had Travius Aubrey.
Yes.
They had like 9 D tackles come out of there, right? D1.
Yeah.
You had a ton of skill guys. I'll just say Randall Mackey because he was so good for your quarterback. D. Benton went to Auburn. Randall went to LSU. You went to Tulane.
Yeah. Tulane Sawyer went out to
UNLV.
If I had to be honest, I would probably, and I'll tell you why, I'd probably give a nod to Tulane Sawyer. And the reason I give a nod to Tulane is because he's probably the one that kind of started
it all.
Kind of started it all, man. Now, prior to Tulane, we had plenty of talent, go all the way back to the ex-mayor, Jamie Mayo, and some other people.
Claude Roden.
But once Tulane went, they kind of opened the door for everybody at Bastrop. And if you notice, year in and year out after Tulane's left, it was just a domino. Every year somebody's going.
Nice track too.
Yeah, we this past year we the year before we hosted our first ever track meet here.
Okay.
So we've done a good job even with this particular facility. And again, it's just trying to bring more notoriety to Franklin Parish. We want to be as big as some of these other schools, man. We have the talent, we have the community, we support, we have everything. So the
field house right here, we can get a little picture of the field house. How old is the field house that we were just in, Coach?
The field house itself, I want to say is roughly like 8 years old.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we have changed logos and doing different things with the logo and you know, just trying to bring some notoriety to us. Right here is kind of like our tailgating area, so we have whether it be parents, people in the community, just all around supporters. They buy their parking spots in this whole area right here during the football season.
You got a little West Monroe rusting going on.
Yeah, it's a tailgating area, man, and you know they get to sit in the back of the end zone, so it's a pretty big deal during the season.
And baseball over here.
Baseball facility is up. We actually built us a track facility on the other end down here also.
Okay, man, that's good.
So from an athletic standpoint, being an athletic director, you know, my heart obviously is football, but what we try to do is, you know, bring up and support every sport on campus.
Now you have a lot of guys that are going to be recruited in the next 2 years.
Yes.
But let's just pick this one part that I know you're excited about.
Okay.
Your 2 defensive ends / outside linebackers.
Yes.
That are both 6'3", 6'4".
Yes.
You think, and I even agree with you, that they are SEC all day long.
Yes. Yes.
And neither one's a senior coming up?
No.
They're both underclass.
So both of them are underclass. Both of them 2026 kids. One is Chris Addison, the other one is Tavon Bell. And they are the guys that's kind of leading the pack, leading the charge in this recruiting thing. But our quarterback, Desarian Ellis, we have a safety in Avery Johnson. We have a 27 kid and Trey Martin that's getting recruited. So, those 2 guys are the guys that's kind of bringing everybody in and opening up the doors. And it all started, like I said, with Javion White, and now we have some notoriety and some eyes on Franklin Parish.
But those 2 DNs, Coach, I mean, I agree with y'all. When you told me about them, watching film on them, they can play. They would be studs at the Bastrop Bowl team.
Yes.
The Western Roll team.
Yes.
The Brady James types.
Yes. And those type of kids, they don't come around often.
No.
And to have 2 of them in the exact same class and best friends, and and the good thing about them is, man, they push each other. If one down, the other one picks them up. If one doing bad, they get on each other. They treat each other like brothers. So they're gonna have a heck of a career here.
Supreme Chevrolet. Expect more from Supreme Automotive Group in Gonzales.
Creed and Creed Law Firm. Serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King.